Every single episode of Mr. Belvedere ended the same way. The butler sat down, opened his diary, and wrote the truth about the family he had come to love. So let us do the same thing today. 41 years later, where are they now? Some of them thriving, some of them gone. All of them unforgettable. This is their story. And before we begin, tell me, who did you watch this show with back then? A parent? A sibling? A best friend you have long since lost touch with? Drop their name in the comments. Let's remember them together. We are kicking off this countdown with the most wonderfully mischievous kid on 1980s television, Wesley T. Owens. If you were a child of the 80s, you did not just watch Wesley, you were Wesley. Sneaky, scheming, and somehow always getting away with it. Bryce Beckham was born on February 11th, 1976, which makes him 50 years old in 2026. He was just 9 years old when he first stepped onto that Pittsburgh set, and he appeared in all 117 episodes of the show. So where is Wesley now? Here is the part that surprises everybody. Bryce walked away from acting and built a serious career behind the camera. He co-founded a production company called Drama 3 to 4 back in 1997, and that company is still active today, nearly 30 years later. He has created content for major brands like Volvo, Subway, and Farmers Insurance. He even co-wrote a screenplay with director Justin Lin that became the #1 film at the Chinese box office in the summer of 2015. He also directed music videos for the legendary Eric Clapton. Wesley grew up, and Wesley became the boss. Heather Owens, the sweet, easily embarrassed middle child of the Owens family. Tracy Wells was born on March 13th, 1971, making her 55 years old in 2026. She was just 14 when cameras started rolling on Mr. Belvedere, and she won the Young Artist Award for Best Young Actress in a new television series for her very first season. Now here is the transformation no one saw coming. After the show ended, Tracy left Hollywood entirely. Today she goes by the name Tracy Toft, and she is a top producing real estate agent at Keller Williams in Southern California. She has 2 children and has quietly built a beautiful life far from the studio lights. There is something very poetic about the girl who played the daughter of a Pittsburgh family ending up as someone who helps real families find homes of their own. Seeing her again brings back so many memories. Let me know down below, how many of you secretly had Heather's poster on your bedroom wall? Don't be shy. Confess in the comments. Who could forget Angela, the lovably ditzy best friend who could never once get Mr. Belvedere's name right? Angela Shostakovich was, frankly, comedy gold. Michelle Matheson was born on August 14th, 1971. She is 54 years old in 2026. And she came from serious Hollywood DNA. Her parents are actors, Don Matheson and Deanna Lund, from the classic sci-fi series, Land of the Giants. Michelle appeared in 25 episodes of Mr. Belvedere before moving on to film work, including the 1996 comedy Kingpin. She also co-starred in Johnny Flinton in 2002, a short film that earned an Academy Award nomination that year. On top of all that, she authored a semi-autobiographical novel in 2006 called Saving Angelfish, and she plays keyboards in a band called the Black Tails. Angela could never say Belvedere's name correctly, but Michelle Matheson has clearly never had any trouble making a name for herself. Miles Knobnoster the kid with the orthodontic headgear who was the constant butt of Wesley's pranks. You loved him. You felt sorry for him. And you secretly laughed every single time. Casey Ellison was born on March 2, 1976, making him 50 years old in 2026. Before Mr. Belvedere, he had already made his name as Alan Anderson on NBC's beloved Punky Brewster from 1984 to 1986. After his run on both shows, Casey stepped away from the spotlight. His last acting credit was in a 2002 horror film called Headhunter. Since then, he has built a full career working behind the scenes in film and television as a lighting technician and key grip. His fingerprints on major productions including Mad Men and You, without ever seeking a single spotlight. Some people know when to exit gracefully. Casey Ellison is one of them. Kevin Owens, the awkward, girl-crazy teenage son who wanted so badly to be cool and almost never pulled it off. Rob Stone was born on September 22, 1962, making him 63 years old in 2026. Born in Dallas, Texas, Rob studied drama at the University of Southern California before landing the role of Kevin. While he was still on the show in 1986, he founded his own production company, Vienna Productions. After Mr. Belvedere ended, Rob transitioned fully to documentary filmmaking. His 1994 film, Blue Angels: Around the World at the Speed of Sound, hosted by Dennis Quaid, won a Cable Ace Award in 1995. He also produced Thunder Over the Pacific, hosted by Candice Bergen. Rumor had it for years in the early internet era that Rob Stone was secretly Marilyn Manson. Rob himself had to debunk that one more than once. He is not Marilyn Manson. He is better. He is a Cable Ace award-winning documentary filmmaker who has been happily married to Melissa Chan Stone since 1998. Marsha Owens, the warm, driven, brilliant mother who went to law school while raising 3 kids and hosting a British butler. She was the heart of that household. And Eileen Graff brought her to life beautifully for all 6 seasons. Born on February 28, 1949, Eileen is 77 years old in 2026, and she has never stopped working, never stopped performing, and never stopped showing up. Before Mr. Belvedere, Eileen was a Broadway star. She appeared in the original cast of Grease on Broadway, and it was during that run that she met her future husband, composer Ben Lanzarone. They married on August 28, 1977, and were together for 46 years. Their daughter, Nika Graff Lanzarone, followed in her parents' footsteps and made her own Broadway debut in 2010. After Mr. Belvedere, Eileen continued acting, appearing in Ladybugs alongside Rodney Dangerfield, guest starring in Heart of Dixie, and performing in cabarets and concerts around Los Angeles. In 2025, she performed at a Milwaukee Brewers tribute game honoring the late Bob Uecker, a moment of grace and loyalty that says everything about who she is. Eileen Graff is a Broadway veteran, a devoted mother, a lifelong performer. She is, and has always been, a class act. Before we reach number 1, we must pause. Because 2 of the most beloved members of this family are no longer with us, and they deserve to be honored properly. Christopher Hewitt, the man, the myth, the magnificent British butler. Born on April 5, 1922 in Worthing, Sussex, England, Christopher Hewitt built one of the most distinguished theatrical careers of his generation. He appeared in the original Broadway cast of My Fair Lady in 1956. He played the flamboyant director Roger Debris in Mel Brooks's classic film The Producers in 1967. And from 1985 to 1990, he was Mr. Belvedere. Dignified, dry-witted, and utterly unforgettable. Christopher Hewitt passed away on August 3rd, 2001, at his home in Los Angeles from complications of diabetes. He was 79 years old. A devout Catholic who never married, he served his community faithfully until the very end. His legacy lives in every rerun, every memory, every Friday night that ever felt like home. Bob Uecker, George Owens, Mr. Baseball, the man in the front row. Robert George Uecker was born on January 26, 1934 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He played 6 seasons as a catcher in Major League Baseball, and his career batting average of .200 became the most celebrated mediocrity in sports history, simply because of the man's extraordinary gift for making people laugh. He became the voice of the Milwaukee Brewers for 54 seasons, a record unmatched in baseball broadcasting. He starred as Harry Doyle in the Major League film trilogy. He hosted Saturday Night Live and WrestleMania. He was Johnny Carson's favorite guest, appearing over 100 times on The Tonight Show. And for 6 seasons, he was George Owens, the grumpy, lovable, deeply human father who somehow made a prim British butler feel like family. Bob Uecker passed away on January 16, 2025, after a private battle with small cell lung cancer. He was 90 years old. The Milwaukee Brewers called him irreplaceable. The world agreed. The booth at American Family Field has been quiet for a full season now. But if you listen closely on a summer night in Milwaukee, you can still hear it. Get up, get up, get out of here, gone. Rest in peace, Bob. You were always in the front row. Time moves so incredibly fast, but these beautiful memories stay with us forever. A British butler and a .200 hitter walked into a Pittsburgh living room and somehow changed our Friday nights for 6 perfect years. The kids grew up. The parents grew older. Some of them left us far too soon. But the laughter, that never left. Which of these transformations surprised you the most today? And if you could go back, just for one evening, to sit in your old living room on that same carpet next to the people you loved most and watch Mr. Belvedere one more time, what would you give to do that? Share your beautiful stories in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Thank you for watching.